In this video, I'm going to be telling you why the HOKA Arahi 8 is the best max stacked stability shoe for the everyday runner. Okay team, so look, here it is, the Arahi 8. Now this is a stability shoe from the guys from HOKA. And if you are somebody who mildly pronates and can't get on with some of these really soft max stack running shoes, well this is going to be the one to buy. And like I said in this video, I'm going to tell you why. Now before we do that, let's quickly go through the stats and features because I want to make this video as short as possible. And if you appreciate short videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay team, so the Arahi 8 is £140. I'll tell you how you can save some money on that. But this is a max stack stability shoe, okay? I want you to think of the HOKA Clifton 10, but basically a stable version. This is lighter than version 7. This weighs 284 grams in my UK 10, and that must be commended, and I'll tell you why in just a bit. We've got an 8mm drop versus a 5mm on the previous model, which is now got to stack this version of 39 in the heel down to 31. We've got a double jacquard and mesh upper. We've got nice high sidewalls. We've got a H frame. They've got rid of the J frame, and they've got the H frame in here, which is more stable. Again, I'll show you that in just a sec. We've got a dual density EVA foam, which is a little bit softer than the previous version, and that's about it. Okay boys and girls, let's take a closer look. So here's the H frame, right? So it's the worst color to show it in, but whatever, we'll have to deal with it. But this section here is like a frame that's gone in. It's like I say, it's a H design that's gone in. The J frame, which was sort of that way or that way, I can't remember, but effectively being replaced with this H frame that's been built in to give you that stability, right? So we've got these nice high sidewalls and you sort of sit in it. That's the sort of way that they're creating the stability in the shoe. Add in a very wide base here. Look how wide this is. And a foam that's not overly soft as well. So you've got a double foam setup in here, okay? So you've got a little bit there to iron it out, but you've also got a softer element to improve the ride. You've also got a nice rocker in the shoe to help with that ride. Okay, so here's the laces. They're perfect. Comfort's on point. This is a UK 10. It's a US 10.5. I'm that size in HOKA. We've got a little bit of zonal coverage of rubber on the outsole. And like the Clifton, it kicks away from the Achilles, which is good news. Okay, so like I said, versus the previous version, they've made this shoe lighter. I wrote it down, 284 grams. To give you a reference, the Cloud Surfer Max, or Cloud Max Surfer, whatever you want to call it, basically the max stack running shoe from the guys from On is over 300 grams. And that's only got a 37mm stack height. So the guys at HOKA have done a really good job to keep the weight down in this shoe. The other two big changes, I've already mentioned, one is the H frame versus the J frame. So they've really worked in terms of the support on the shoe, but they've also increased that drop. So they've gone from 5 to 8, which seems to work really well in this shoe. The dual foam setup is nice. I really like that. And actually, before we come into the likes and dislikes, let's talk a little bit more about that ride. So this shoe's been used for me on those easy days, those sort of, I'll give you a great example. I've got a marathon goal pace workout in the morning, 6 miles, and in the evening, I'm doing a 6-mile run, maybe slightly longer than that. And that's all at easy pace. That's where this shoe's come in. It's been really good at doing those runs because it's stable. It's not overly like soft or anything like that. It's just worked really well for those sort of runs when I'm a little bit more tired. And that's actually where I like to put a stability or a mild stability into my rotation. But the ride's smooth. It's, as I say, it's not overly soft, but it's just the right amount of softness so it's comfortable. And it does actually remind me of the Clifton 10. I really like the Clifton 10. Check the video that I did out on that shoe, and it reminds me of that, but in a good way. But I say it's just a little bit more stable than the Clifton 10. So if you are somebody who does require some stability, I think this is definitely the option to go for. Now you might say actually the Hurricane 25 is a good shout, FORDY, on this one, and it probably is. That's not a stability shoe that's inherently stable. Okay, this is a stability shoe. So I think if you're between the two, try them both. For me, as a out-and-out stability shoe, this wins. But I really do like the Hurricane 25, which again, I don't think helps anybody. Okay, let's move on to those likes and dislikes, shall we? I like the H frame. I like the dual foam setup. I like the way it looks. I like this upper. I like the lacing. I like the comfort. I like the wide base. I like the weight. I like 140 pounds. Dislikes. It's not really many, actually. I'm quite surprised how good this is as a max stacked sort of running shoe for people who mildly pronate, I think it's brilliant. I do. I just think it's brilliant. And I'm just surprised how much I really like the shoe. Yeah, I've not really got any dislikes. I can't really give you any, yeah. And this is coming from somebody who's quite critical in the past of HOKA shoes. No, I can't really find any faults with this. This is fantastic, actually, for anybody who mildly pronates. And yes, while this isn't the most sexiest thing, this is the most earth-shattering thing that's going to make you feel like an absolute hero out there, if you're somebody who mildly pronates and just needs a very good, comfortable running shoe, well, this is the one to buy. So there we go, team, a quick, dirty review of the Arahi 8. Don't sleep on this. Seriously, if you are somebody who mildly pronates or whatever, get on this. You can save 15% off of this if you're a 40 Runs Running Club affiliated member over at sportshoes.com. I won't sleep on that either. Head over to 40runs.com and join up. The 20 odd quid that it's going to cost you, you're going to get back on the first shoe purchase. If you, for whatever reason, don't want to join as a club member, head over to our shoe reviews. We do a written shoe reviews. There's a 10% code down there as well. But people, honestly, don't sleep on this. If you are somebody who's after a very comfortable shoe and you mildly pronate or pronate a little bit more than that, then check out the Arahi 8.